Welcome to our channel of terror and dread, where spine-chilling tales come to life. Brace yourselves, viewers, for you are about to embark on a journey of fear and suspense. We advise against watching alone, lest you risk the haunting shadows that may linger long after the screen fades to black. Remember to like, subscribe, comment, and share with your friends. Our stories, though true, have been cloaked in anonymity to protect the innocent. Get ready to uncover the mysteries that lurk beneath the surface of ordinary lives. Unraveling the enigma of Florida devil worshipping. In the tranquil environs near St. Petersburg, Florida, June of 2012 marked a disturbing turn of events involving Danielle Harkins, a 35-year-old schoolteacher whose descent into bizarre and alarming behavior shocked the community and captivated national attention. What began as a subtle fascination with demonic rituals swiftly escalated into a harrowing incident of abuse and endangerment against 7 of her former students, casting a dark shadow over the suburban landscape. According to detailed reports by the Tampa Bay Times, the sequence of events unfolded with chilling clarity. Harkins allegedly gathered the children, whose ages and backgrounds varied, around a small fire near the picturesque St. Petersburg Pier. It was here, under the guise of spiritual cleansing, that she purportedly instructed them to engage in a ritualistic act meant to expel malevolent spirits from their bodies. The method prescribed was shockingly primitive. The children were told to cut their own skin, ostensibly to release these dark forces, followed by the burning of these self-inflicted wounds to ensure that the spirits would not return. The ritual took a perilous turn when Harkins, in an attempt to seal the efficacy of the proceedings, attempted to use a lighter on one of the teenage boy's hands. Fate intervened as the wind extinguished the flame, a momentary reprieve that would prove fleeting. Undeterred by this natural obstruction, she resorted to dousing the boy's hand with perfume before reapplying the flame, inflicting second-degree burns in the process. In another distressing instance, another teenager suffered a grievous neck injury from a broken bottle, only to have Harkins utilize a heated small key to cauterize the wound, a painful ordeal in the name of supposed spiritual purification. The revelation of these events was as shocking as it was bewildering, prompting swift action from concerned parties and authorities alike. It was not until a friend of one of the students, alarmed by the disturbing nature of the ritual, bravely stepped forward to alert the proper authorities. What ensued was an intensive investigation by the St. Petersburg Police Department, whose efforts sought to piece together the fragments of a case that defied conventional understanding. In the aftermath of her arrest on charges of aggravated battery and child abuse, NBC News provided further insight into the unfolding legal and psychological saga. Danielle Harkins, though cooperative with authorities, remained elusive in clarifying the specific religious motivations or beliefs underpinning her actions. Lieutenant Puetz, a spokesperson for the St. Petersburg Police Department, articulated the prevailing uncertainty, stating, "She hasn't informed us exactly what she was trying to accomplish with this." The implications of Harkins's actions reverberated far beyond the confines of the courtroom and the quiet streets of suburban St. Petersburg. They ignited a national conversation about the intersections of faith, mental health, and personal responsibility, themes that resonated deeply in a society grappling with the complexities of religious freedom and the delicate balance between personal belief and public safety. For the community and the families involved, the aftermath of the incident posed profound questions about trust, vulnerability, and the safeguarding of young minds in educational settings. Danielle Harkins, once esteemed as a dedicated educator, had tragically veered into a realm of moral and legal ambiguity, betraying the very trust that had been placed in her care. As legal proceedings unfolded and media scrutiny intensified, the broader implications of the case became increasingly evident. It served as a stark reminder of the challenges inherent in navigating the boundaries between personal belief systems and societal norms, challenges that underscored the importance of vigilance, transparency, and proactive measures in safeguarding vulnerable individuals, particularly within educational environments. In the wake of these events, the community embarked on a journey of introspection and healing, grappling with the trauma and betrayal inflicted by one of their own. The story of Danielle Harkins and the Florida devil-worshipping allegations served as a cautionary tale, urging a nuanced understanding of the factors that can lead to such extreme actions and the imperative of early intervention and support. For Danielle Harkins herself, the legal consequences were significant, marking a pivotal moment in her personal and professional life. Her actions, however inexplicable or misguided they may have seemed, underscored the profound impact of belief systems on individual behavior and the imperative of accountability in safeguarding vulnerable populations, unearthing the mysteries of dead animals in the walls. In 2015, the Bretsuis family of Auburn, Pennsylvania embarked on a home improvement project that would uncover a bizarre and unsettling chapter of local history. Their decision to insulate their home revealed a shocking cache of dead animal carcasses hidden within the walls, wrapped in newspapers dating back to the 1930s and 40s, alongside half-used spices and other curious items. This eerie discovery would thrust them into the spotlight, drawing attention to the ancient ritual practices of the Pennsylvania Dutch community and the lingering effects of their beliefs on modern life. According to Fox News, upon discovering the macabre contents within their walls, the Bretsuis family took immediate action, removing hundreds of artifacts and carcasses from their home. Seeking answers to this disturbing find, they turned to an expert in Kutztown, Pennsylvania, who identified the artifacts as remnants of powwow or Dutch magic rituals. These rituals, originating among the Pennsylvania Dutch, a group of German-speaking settlers who arrived in Pennsylvania during the 17th and 18th centuries, were steeped in a blend of folk traditions, Christian faith, and superstition. The rituals of powwow magic were diverse, ranging from practical spells for caring for livestock, finding water sources, and treating minor ailments, to more esoteric practices that delved into darker realms, including the conjuring of demons. The Washington Post highlighted one such ritual aimed at creating loyalty in a dog, which involved mixing the owner's blood with the dog's food, an illustration of the intricate and sometimes unsettling nature of these ancient beliefs. The mold found on the decaying carcasses in the Bretsui home had caused illness among the family members, compounding the eerie atmosphere that surrounded their discovery. Despite efforts to clean and sanitize the affected areas, the lingering odor and health effects persisted, serving as a haunting reminder of the strange and mysterious circumstances they had unwittingly uncovered. The revelation of powwow magic practices within their home sparked widespread interest and debate, prompting discussions about the preservation of cultural heritage and the intersection of ancient beliefs with modern living. For the Pennsylvania Dutch, powwow magic represented a way to navigate the challenges of frontier life, offering solutions to practical problems and spiritual protection in an uncertain world. However, the discovery in the Bretsui's home also underscored the potential risks associated with these practices, particularly when they intersect with contemporary health and safety standards. The family's experience serves as a cautionary tale, highlighting the importance of understanding and respecting cultural artifacts while navigating the complexities of historical preservation and public health. As the Bretsuis family continues to grapple with the aftermath of their unsettling discovery, their story remains a testament to the enduring power of folklore and the enduring mysteries hidden within the walls of our homes. It serves as a reminder that the past is often closer than we think, its echoes reverberating through the present and shaping our understanding of the world around us.
A Deadly Exorcism in North London. In August 2016, a harrowing incident unfolded in North London that would later grip the public and the media with its tragic and perplexing details. Kennedy Ife, a 26-year-old man, began displaying bizarre and violent behavior following a sudden pain in his throat. His actions escalated to a point where he bit his father, threatened self-mutilation, and spoke of feeling a python or snake inside him. Concerned and desperate, His family took extreme measures to control him, leading to a tragic conclusion that would result in a highly publicized court case. Kennedy's family, alarmed by his behavior, decided to restrain him to a bed using cable ties and what the court later described as excessive force. They believed Kennedy was possessed by a demon, interpreting his erratic behavior and his own claims as signs of a supernatural affliction. Over the next 3 days, they attempted to exorcise the perceived demon through continuous prayer and restraint, convinced that this was the only way to save him. According to a report by the BBC, Kennedy's brother, Colin Ife, explained to the police the family's perspective on the situation. "It's clear that thing was in him. What we believed was a demon because it was not natural. It was clearly trying to kill him," he said. "We had to restrain him for himself. It was clear if we didn't restrain him, he could have tried to harm people in our family." Kennedy Ife remained bound to his bed without medical attention for 3 days. It wasn't until he began showing signs of severe dehydration and developed breathing issues that his brother finally called emergency services. Unfortunately, by the time help arrived, it was too late. Kennedy was pronounced dead at 10:17 a.m., his body bearing over 60 wounds, including what appeared to be a bite mark. As the police investigated the scene, Colin Ife reportedly attempted a desperate act, engaging in what was described as an attempted resurrection by chanting and praying over his brother's lifeless body. This incident further highlighted the family's deep belief in the supernatural cause of Kennedy's behavior and their hope that spiritual intervention could reverse the tragedy. The case took a dramatic turn when all 7 members of the Ife family were charged with manslaughter, false imprisonment, and causing or allowing the death of a vulnerable adult. The charges brought to light the severe injuries Kennedy had sustained during his restraint and the lack of medical intervention that could have potentially saved his life. Kenneth Ife, Kennedy's father, testified during the trial, revealing the extent of the measures taken. He admitted to ordering his sons to take shifts and use overwhelming force to restrain Kennedy. He vehemently denied any involvement in cults, occult practices, or secret societies, asserting that their actions were purely driven by the belief that Kennedy was possessed and in need of an exorcism. The court case was a grueling ordeal, with the jury deliberating for 4 days before reaching a verdict. On March 14, 2019, all 7 family members were cleared of the charges against them. The decision highlighted the complex interplay between cultural beliefs, mental health issues, and the legal system's approach to such tragic and unconventional cases. The story of Kennedy Ife is a tragic example of how deeply held beliefs can influence actions and lead to devastating outcomes. It underscores the importance of recognizing and addressing mental health issues with appropriate medical care rather than attributing them to supernatural causes. The case also serves as a somber reminder of the need for greater awareness and understanding of how cultural and religious beliefs intersect with modern medical and legal practices. In the wake of the trial, the Ife family's ordeal remains a poignant and disturbing narrative, shedding light on the dangers of extreme actions taken in the name of faith. Kennedy Ife's death, surrounded by mystery and controversy, continues to provoke reflection on the complexities of human behavior and the tragic consequences that can arise when deeply held beliefs collide with harsh realities. The chilling tale of the haunted Elsa doll. When most people think of haunted dolls, images of creepy old Victorian porcelain dolls often come to mind. These sinister-looking toys are the stuff of nightmares, but modern children's toys can also harbor eerie secrets. In the Houston area, a Disney-frozen Elsa doll, gifted for Christmas in 2013, made headlines when it seemingly became haunted, turning a beloved children's toy into a source of fear and fascination. The Elsa doll, like many others, was designed to delight children with its ability to recite phrases from the popular Disney movie Frozen and sing the iconic song, "Let It Go." A button on the doll's necklace activated these features, and for 2 years, it performed its functions as expected, speaking and singing in English. However, in 2015, something strange began to happen. The doll started alternating between English and Spanish, despite not having a switch or button to change languages. Emily Madonia, the mother who had purchased the doll for her daughter, was puzzled by this sudden change. For 6 years, the family owned the doll and never once changed its batteries, yet the doll continued to function, seemingly defying the laws of electronics. It would randomly begin to speak and sing even when its switch was turned off. The inexplicable behavior of the doll began to unsettle the family. By December 2019, the doll's antics had become too much to bear. The family decided to throw it away, believing that would be the end of their eerie experiences. However, weeks later, they found the doll inside a bench in their living room. The children insisted they hadn't retrieved it from the trash, and Emily believed them, knowing they wouldn't have dug through the garbage outside to recover the discarded toy. To their horror, the doll had also stopped singing the English rendition of Let It Go, speaking only in Spanish from then on. Determined to rid themselves of the haunted toy, the family double-bagged the doll and placed it at the bottom of their garbage bin, ensuring it was taken away on garbage day. They hoped this would be the final chapter in their unsettling saga. The Madonia family went on a trip shortly after disposing of the doll, believing they had finally rid themselves of it. But when they returned home, they were greeted with a chilling sight. The Elsa doll was waiting for them in their backyard. The toy's return was inexplicable, and the family was now thoroughly convinced that it was haunted. Desperate to be free of the doll, Emily decided to take more drastic measures. She mailed the Elsa doll to a family friend in Minnesota, hoping to put enough distance between them and the unsettling toy. The friend, who was aware of the doll's bizarre history, decided to ensure it wouldn't come back. He taped the doll to the front bumper of his truck, a final effort to keep it far away from the Madonia family. As of the latest update in February, the doll had not returned to Houston. Emily shared her experiences on Facebook, keeping her friends and followers updated on the doll's whereabouts. The haunted Elsa doll seemed content to stay taped to the truck's bumper, far from the family it had once tormented. This strange and unsettling tale has captured the imagination of many, blending the familiar comfort of a beloved children's character with the spine-chilling elements of a ghost story. The haunted Elsa doll serves as a modern reminder that sometimes the most innocent-seeming objects can carry the most disturbing secrets. For the Madonia family, what started as a joyful Christmas gift turned into a nightmare that lasted years. Their story of the haunted Elsa doll continues to fascinate and terrify those who hear it, a testament to the enduring power of the supernatural in our everyday lives. Whether the doll's behavior can be explained by a series of improbable coincidences or something more sinister, it remains an intriguing and eerie chapter in the realm of haunted objects. The haunted Elsa doll now joins the ranks of other infamous haunted dolls, reminding us that even the most seemingly benign items can harbor dark and mysterious forces. The Madonia family's ordeal is a chilling example of how the supernatural can invade our lives in the most unexpected ways, leaving us to wonder about the true nature of the objects we bring into our homes. The haunted legacy of the Valisa Axe murder house. In the small, quiet town of Valisa, Iowa, there stands an unassuming white house that has captured the attention of ghost hunters and horror enthusiasts from around the world. Known as the Valisa Axe murder house, this infamous location is the site of one of America's most gruesome and mysterious unsolved crimes. On the morning of June 10, 1912, the townspeople of Valisa awoke to news that would forever change their community. In the early hours of the night, an unknown assailant had entered the home of Josiah and Sarah Moore and brutally murdered the entire household, which included 6 children and 2 adults. The perpetrator used Josiah's own axe to bludgeon the victims, leaving their skulls completely crushed. The brutal nature of the crime and the innocence of the victims shocked and horrified the nation. Despite extensive investigations and numerous suspects, the case remains unsolved. The lack of motive, combined with the sheer brutality of the murders, left the town in a state of perpetual fear and speculation. The house, once a family home, became a macabre symbol of the horror that had taken place within its walls. For decades, the Valisa Axe murder house stood abandoned, a grim reminder of the tragedy that had occurred there. Time and neglect took their toll on the structure, but the stories and legends surrounding the house only grew stronger. Locals whispered about ghostly apparitions, unexplained noises, and an oppressive feeling of dread that seemed to emanate from the house. In 1994, the house was purchased by a couple with a keen interest in preserving its history. They undertook the painstaking task of restoring it to its 1912 condition, determined to create a space that would honor the memory of the victims while also embracing the house's haunted reputation. They converted the property into a tourist destination, offering guided tours during the day and overnight stays for those brave enough to spend a night in the haunted house. The Valisa Axe murder house quickly became a mecca for paranormal investigators and thrill seekers. The cost to stay overnight in the house is $428, a price that many are willing to pay for the chance to experience its eerie ambience and potential encounters with the supernatural. Visitors often report strange and inexplicable phenomena during their stay, adding to the house's legendary status. Some of the most commonly reported experiences include visions of a man wielding an axe roaming the halls, the faint sound of children's screams echoing through the night, and sudden drops in temperature that leave visitors shivering with fear. Many guests have claimed to feel an overwhelming sense of sadness and dread upon entering the house, as if the walls themselves are imbued with the lingering energy of the tragedy. Paranormal investigators have captured numerous pieces of evidence suggesting that the house is indeed haunted. Electronic voice phenomena, EVP recordings have captured disembodied voices, while photographs have shown unexplained shadows and light anomalies. Some investigators have even reported being touched or pushed by unseen forces. Despite the fear and unease that the house inspires, it also serves as a place of reflection and remembrance. The current owners have taken great care to preserve the history of the Moore family and the other victims, creating a small museum within the house that details the events of that fateful night and the subsequent investigation. Visitors can view photographs, newspaper clippings, and personal artifacts that offer a glimpse into the lives of the victims before their untimely deaths. The Valisa Axe murder house stands as a testament to the enduring power of memory and the human fascination with the unknown. It is a place where history and horror intersect, drawing people from all walks of life to its haunted halls, whether driven by a desire to connect with the past, to seek answers to an unsolved mystery, or to experience the thrill of the supernatural. Visitors continue to be drawn to the house, adding their own stories to its already rich tapestry of legend and lore. As the sun sets over Valisa and darkness envelops the town, the house remains a beacon for those who seek the eerie and the unexplained. Its windows, dark and empty, seem to watch over the town, a silent witness to the secrets it holds. And as long as there are those who are curious and brave enough to step through its doors, the story of the Valisa Axe murder house will continue to captivate and haunt the imaginations of all who encounter it. The haunted history of Hotel del Salto. Perched dramatically above the roaring Tequendama Falls in Colombia, the Hotel del Salto stands as a monument to both architectural grandeur and tragic lore. Designed by the renowned architect Carlos Arturo Tapias in 1923, this once luxurious hotel is now one of the most infamous haunted locations in the world. From the moment it opened its doors, the Hotel del Salto drew guests eager to experience its breathtaking views. The hotel's opulent design and the stunning panorama of the falls made it a premier destination for the wealthy and adventurous. However, behind its elegant facade, a darker narrative began to unfold. The hotel's location, overlooking the 157-meter Tequendama Falls, played a pivotal role in its eerie reputation. The falls, a natural wonder, were a double-edged sword. While they offered a picturesque backdrop, they also became the final site for many troubled souls. It wasn't long before the hotel earned the ominous nickname, the Suicide Hotel. Guests, lured by the beauty and the sound of the cascading water, often ventured too close to the edge. Tragedies ensued, with many leaping to their deaths. The hotel, initially a place of luxury and leisure, began to be overshadowed by these recurring suicides. Each death added another layer to its haunted history, and whispers of ghostly apparitions and restless spirits became common among the staff and visitors. According to local legend, the area's tragic history dates back even further. Centuries before the hotel was built, the cliffs around Tequendama Falls were a site of mass suicide by the indigenous Muisca tribe. To escape the brutal conquest of Spanish colonizers, the Muisca chose death over subjugation, leaping from the cliffs into the abyss below. This collective act of defiance and despair is said to have cursed the land, imbuing it with a sense of sorrow and haunting energy. As the hotel's reputation for being haunted grew, fewer guests were willing to stay there. Stories of inexplicable noises, sudden cold drafts, and eerie apparitions circulated widely. Some claimed to have seen ghostly figures wandering the halls at night, while others reported feeling an overwhelming sense of despair upon entering the building. The tales of hauntings were so pervasive that the hotel eventually fell into disrepair, its once grand halls and rooms left to decay. In the late 20th century, the abandoned Hotel del Salto was a shell of its former self. Overgrown with ivy and weathered by time, it stood as a ghostly reminder of its tragic past. Local youths and thrill-seekers often dared each other to spend a night within its crumbling walls, hoping to encounter one of the spirits said to inhabit the place. Recognizing the historical and cultural significance of the site, efforts were made to restore the building. In 2011, the abandoned hotel was converted into the Tequendama Falls Museum of Biodiversity and Culture. This transformation aimed to preserve the architectural beauty of the building while shedding light on the region's rich biodiversity and cultural heritage. Despite its new purpose, the aura of the haunted hotel remains. Visitors to the museum often report strange occurrences and an eerie feeling as they walk through its halls. The stories of the past continue to echo within the walls, and the legend of the Hotel del Salto lives on. For many, the hotel represents a poignant juxtaposition, a place of natural beauty and human tragedy, of history and haunting. It serves as a reminder of the lives lost and the spirits that, according to legend, still linger. The Tequendama Falls, while breathtakingly beautiful, are also a silent witness to the countless souls who found their end in its depths. Today, the Hotel del Salto stands as both a museum and a memorial. It attracts not only those interested in its historical and cultural exhibits, but also paranormal enthusiasts hoping to catch a glimpse of the supernatural. The tales of ghostly apparitions and unexplained phenomena continue to draw visitors from around the world, each adding their own story to the hotel's enduring legend. As the sun sets over the falls and the mist rises, the Hotel del Salto remains a haunting presence. Its grand architecture, coupled with its tragic history, creates an atmosphere of mystery and melancholy. The hotel, with its spectral guests and sorrowful past, stands as a testament to the enduring power of place and memory, forever etched into the landscape of Colombian